Okay, I'm bored. You're bored. Let's get this over with. We're going to have a 2 year time skip. Deku has 1 year before the tournament is to begin. And he's been training crazy, even having Koski blow him up, both in and out of his removal state. He has been able to push his percentage from 35 to a good amount of 70. And he's even discovered some new ways to counter some of the techniques that he has seen his family perform. But he keeps those in his back pocket just in case of emergencies. There, Koski and Deku are just walking, and she just brings up the subject. Do you really think you can beat your family members? I mean, you're quirkless, and your family is uh, by a clan of assassins as well as martial artists. Ancient martial arts that some haven't even heard of. Yeah, that's true, but still, I need to keep pushing myself. My removal is still weak compared to others. Yes, I've surpassed plenty of members of the clan already, but there's one person who I have to surpass, if not match. You mean Ryan? Yeah, Ryan. People of the Kure family don't hate me, but they hate my father. They think his blood is useless. My great grandpa definitely hates him for taking away my mom. Huh. So you're really just doing this not only for yourself, but him. Of course, it's it's a terrible feeling when you are called useless or your bloodline is useless. Hmm. So I won't prove them wrong. Well, it seems like you have. They, hmm. Won't we train later on this week? You train by yourself for a little while. See if you can find ways to at least counter Ryan. Counter him. He's a psychopath. He's powerful and everything, but still crazy. But you seem to want his approval the most. He has some highest percentage of his removal. I don't think anyone else in the family's ever made it to 100%. Oh well, you are crazy and probably gonna get yourself killed trying to gain that guy's approval. I may be crazy, but isn't that why you love me so much? I guess you're right. Kasi gives him a kiss and just says that she'll see him later. Deku is walking around and hears some commotion. So, okay, so this could be a good train for me. Let's see if there's a good street fight. He goes deep into the alley only to find Ryan. He's like, oh fuck no. It's like, oh man, if he sees me My ass is grass, and just then he breaks a bottle. He's like, oh no. And Ryan sees Izuku wearing the same face you see here in the picture. So, what are you doing here, little one? Hey, Ryan. So, what brings you here? Nothing, just here on pleasure. Just enjoying the sights. So, what are you doing here all alone? Where's your mommy? Uh, she's at home. So it's just you and me right now. Um, uh, Speak up. Yeah, yeah. He places his hand on Izuku and just sighs. Izuku, you don't have to be afraid of me. I don't need you to be afraid of me. You may think I hate you for some reason. Well, let me tell you something. I do hate you. And Izuku's face turns into one of sadness, but then soon turns to fear when Ryan cocks his fist back and socks Izuku straight in the stomach, sending him through some trash cans. And Izuku, clutching his stomach, just looks up. See Ryan. You know, since your mommy isn't here to really stop me, I'm pretty sure I can kill you and she won't be able to trace it back to me. Who knows, maybe she'll finally dump your loser of a father. And try again. This time actually having a more worthy offspring. And with that, Ryan goes into his removal state, sending a feeling of shock, horror, and complete utter terror within Izuku. And he charges at Izuku, just completely bodying Izuku, smashing his head into the wall, breaking pieces of his skull, putting his head up on a dumpster just so he can break it. He stomps on his legs, shattering the bones, and takes his other arm and bends it backwards. Izuku is screaming and yelling in pain to the point where the police actually show up. Ryan being able to escape the scene without ever being noticed. And before Deku actually passes out, he sees Ryan's face, smiling at his handiwork. Deku arrives at the hospital and wakes up 2 hours later, and Inko shows up, yelling at him, saying, "What happened? Who did this to you?" In which Deku just stays quiet. She knows who did it, but she knows she can't really go up against Ryan to teach him a lesson. His mercy will only go so far, even with her. And she just says, I hope you learned your lesson when you want to idolize someone as crazy as Ryan. He is not going to acknowledge you, all because of something I did in loving your father. you should find someone else to look up to. Uh, I don't think you're going to heal completely. You're going to lose a lot of time when it comes to your training. And that doesn't even count the rehab you'll have to attend. Yeah, he just lays there silent. He's just silent thinking about Ryan, how cruel he is, and how unmerciful he was. He is a part of the Kure family too, but Ryan, he's a real psychopath. And Deku just spends several months healing. And let's say, luckily for Izuku, that ass whooping actually did end up doing him some good. And his removal has actually increased to at least 86%. He goes happy to see her son so powerful now, but she hates the fact that it took such a brutal beating to do it. And we time skip to the moment where the tournament is meant to be taking place. Who will Zuko fight first? Will he be able to win? Does he give up on getting Ryan's approval? You have to wait until the next part. And with that, I am signing off. Goodbye, my children, and good luck.